Yo everybody, welcome back to Sonic Adventure 2. This Let's Play is pure art. I know it's just us talking over somebody else's game that they made, but this right here, this is the highest form of art.
I have a question for you then.
Oh, okay.
I have a question for you then after this conversation.
What?
Does this make Richard Alvarez an artist?
Well, Stupid Mario Brothers, he was using other people's stuff. It wasn't wholly original. It relied completely on other people's stuff, but at least the scripts he wrote, and they were like an original story was being told. He didn't just recreate the story of Stupid Mario World.
What about 1960s Doctor?
Yeah, I mean, it's not good art, but it's still original art. I mean, that's not to say all original stuff is automatically good. I just value it more than, like your content cuck will have less artistic merit than the thing that you're reviewing, but it'll probably be better quality. I'm not saying that anything that is derivative of somebody else's hard work is automatically bad. It's just not original enough for me to put a high value on it, I guess.
Well, you heard it.
I don't even know what I'm saying anymore.
You heard it here first, folks. Rich Alvarez is better than Nerd City.
He might be more original than Nerd City, but I don't know if he is. If you're gonna like rank all this stuff, I would say there's nothing better than a high quality original piece of art. For example, something like Back to the Future or Inception. Like things that
God, I love Inception.
somebody came up with something original and made it. Now that's not to say that, I mean, there are plenty of movies that are wholly original that are worse than some Inception reviews I've seen. You can make a review of Inception that's super creative and exciting and funny, and it could be better than a different original movie. But it has less artistic merit, in my mind, because it's not original. You're just talking about something that somebody else made.
But what about how it's impossible to be original now?
I don't think that's true.
It's fucking hard.
Is it? I mean, you can...
Look at TV tropes.
Oh, fuck. You can have tropes. You can have things that are common, but unless... if I make a movie that's called Back to the Future Part 4, and I use all the same characters and stuff, I'd say that's probably not too original. But if I make a movie about a time-traveling car with my own original characters and story, that's still an original piece of art. Just because something similar has been done before.
But is it less artistic to you?
No. If the movie was titled Back to the Future Part 4 and that you're relying on the name recognition of something else for your piece, then it's not an original thing. That Ratatouille movie, you know Ratatouille? Like
Ratatouille? What the fuck
no,
are you talking about?
Ratatouille. It came out at the same time as Ratatouille to trick
my
people.
God.
Like to trick. It's like a shittily made movie to trick people into buying it. Like that has little to none artistic merit because it's just being made off of it's profiting off the success.
Grandma.
Yeah, it's profiting off the success of something that is popular, and I hate that shit. But I think we've talked in circles about this, and I don't know if we have anything else. Maybe I should go to the Twitter questions.
Yeah.
I think we've pissed off a lot of people with our pretentious snobbery of expecting people.
Fucking at me. You want to prove it's art? Let's make a review of Ghost of Christmas Past. That's a piece of art. That's more of a piece of art than Ghost of Christmas Past, even though nobody likes it. Go ahead.
It could be higher quality. The review could be more entertaining. I mean, it wouldn't be that hard to make something more entertaining than Ghost of Christmas Past. But it's not more original, and it's probably not as artistic. It has less artistic merit. I would
made that beat myself.
It's true. You put more originality into that beat than anybody's review of the song could ever have. Unless they've made their own beat to prove you wrong, but then they're just putting art into their review. We probably sound like big retards to most of these people, and that's fine.
I don't think so.
I don't
think
really
they side with us because like
I don't think they do, but I don't care.
Your fans aren't watching Digibro all the time.
Well, even if you do, you can watch Digibro, but if you think that his review of something is art, then you have a very low standard of what art is. And I feel sorry for you. But that's fine.
Like E-Rich, it's serviceable.
Okay. Try to guess the number of days before you get ghosted again, says Mikolo. So go ahead.
Well, she went home today, so 0.
Zero. Oh, you think you got ghosted because she went home?
Yep.
Okay. We've got the pros and cons to each music genre from AJ the Human. He already went off on what that electric EMP music, EDM.
Okay. All right. Pros and cons of each music genre.
Yeah. How about Prog? Let's start with Prog. Because when you're in my car, I make you listen to Prog.
Prog is very appreciative because it's sort of it's the highest form. It's the highest art form of rock that can possibly exist. Because it is. Fuck. How do I get this shit to stay up again?
Because it's like classical music
It
mixed
pretty
with
much
rock.
is classical music. Because people always give.
It's orchestral.
Yeah, people always give prog rock shit for being like 20 minutes long. Like, why is this song 20 minutes long? And why does it sound like 15 different songs? But it pretty much is just a classical art piece with movements. Like, didn't you call them like tracks within a song or some goofy shit?
Yeah. No, like a 20-minute song could be separated into 3 or 4 different tracks. Just so that when you're listening to it on the CD, it's easier to, like, if you want to hear a certain part of the song, you don't have to, it's easier to access.
Yeah. And in music, we call them forms. You'll have Largo form, you'll have ABA form, where they'll have the A part like or like but then you'll have the B part where it's like and then it goes back to and then you have 2 different parts within the same song. So prog rock.
Are people so small brain that they think the entire part, like an entire song, has to sound exactly the same the whole time?
Yeah, because people have a problem with prog rock. It's like, why is this song got to be 20 minutes long?
Yeah.
Let's make it a song. I don't want to listen to a 20-minute song. I want to bang it for 4 minutes.
If the beat changes for even a moment, just make it a different song. Is that what you're saying?
That's what a lot of people say.
Yeah.
And
lots
some songs I think should be different songs. Sometimes they change. Like, if it's a prog rock song and it goes all polka, it's just like, nah, dude, just make it a different song.
The way I see it is that a prog rock song is usually trying to tell you a big story. Yeah. And the whole story can't be the beginning. I mean, you have to go through a climax, and things change for the characters and stuff. So the song can't be the same the whole time.
We had those called in classical a tone poem.
Okay. So why do you have a problem with the song becoming polka halfway through for 10 minutes?
I'm just saying other people would. I'm just saying, like, for me, if the switch is that big, like, if I'm listening to like Mozart and then it turns into a rock band comes out and then finishes the song, I'm just gonna be like, you know what? Okay, maybe.
But what happens at the end of the song during the refrain, where all of the different elements come together for one massive climactic moment?
And I have.
And those are the songs that I like.
I have pieces with the guitar. Yeah, prog rock is. I appreciate prog rock very much. Same thing with metal, because metal has a lot of technical skill. You can't like the Ramones. Anyone who calls the Ramones like fucking one of the best rock bands of all time is retarded. Most of their songs are 3 power chords. Like, fucking.
I don't know anything about the Ramones, so I can't defend them.
You could play the Ramones.
Okay.
You could play the Ramones. You could.
Yeah.
So, I mean, well then, this isn't even a fucking. I can't even answer this question because I'm still talking about the same genre. I'm still talking about rock. I'm just talking about 3 different forms of rock.
Yeah.
So to answer your question, fuck you. Have a more direct question that a person can answer.
Wow. Okay.
Because any genre can have fucking pros and you can have any spectrum of pros and cons for any genre. My shit is still rap, but there's classical in it. Join Us is a fucking classical acid techno hybrid fucking shit. And there's no booty bitches. So
Janik Exilovitz wants us to talk about the Madden shooter, which is how you introduce the series on episode 1.
The story is amazing. Eggman's just shooting and play stuff like.
But speaking of shooters,
ghosts are waiting for you.
Okay. Well, I'm glad we got that on screen. We found the 10-hour video of.
Yeah, that was interesting.
Nicholas Cruz, the Valentine's Day high school shooter. We found the video of him just sitting in a, I guess, interrogation room, all
a holding cell.
Yeah,
or something.
all fucking handcuffed up and in a straitjacket. And there's like a section where his brother comes in to talk to him, and it was very interesting to watch. I know that's not the Madden shooter, but that guy's dead, so we can't get any. There's no blue milk to get out of that cow too.
Oh my god, he died? What happened?
He lost at a video game, and he killed himself. It's really sad.
Oh, that poor guy.
Yeah, they should ban Madden, because it's just for...
It was a bad time for the game to come out.
Yeah, it's a bad time for football to exist. Well, what'd you think of his, Nicholas Cruz's brother talking to him? You guys should go find this video if you haven't seen it.
Yeah, we should probably link it if you... Nah, you're not gonna do that.
I'm not gonna remember to do that.
Yeah, but yeah, it's pretty interesting because the way the brother talks, we wonder,
He was
like,
saying some weird
Are they
shit.
autistic
I think his
together?
brother might be a fucking
Because he
retard.
was just like, he's just like, you really messed up on this one, but you got your whole life ahead of you.
Yeah,
I'm like,
it's a
what the
what?
fuck? He's like, don't give up, man. You got your whole life ahead of you, and I'm gonna be there for you. I'm like, this guy is going to jail for the rest of his life.
Do they have the death penalty in Florida?
I think so.
Because if they do, like, he does not have a whole life ahead of him. He's gonna be
Yeah.
fucking dead soon. What's his brother talking? It's like his brother did not understand the gravity of Nicholas
He's
Cruz's
just
crimes.
like, you really made a mistake this
Yeah,
time. I know
he's-
it's been hard since mom died.
Yeah, he's talking to him as if he just got caught throwing rocks through, like, the old man neighbor's windows, and he's, like, in jail for the weekend for it.
Yeah,
no,
it's like-
your brother just slaughtered, like, a dozen kids.
Yeah, it's like I relapsed, and then she's just like, okay, Burger, you gotta forgive yourself. It's okay. I mean, it's not okay what you did,
Yeah,
but
I understand
it's
you.
straight up like that. It's like, I know it's hard, buddy, but hang in there.
And
We're here for you.
It was very strange because I think this was recorded either the day of or the next day after the shooting. And when his brother gives him a hug, Nicholas Cruz like breaks down crying, and he pretty much alludes to the idea of this is all I needed, and I wouldn't have gone on this
Yeah.
crazy tirade of murdering
It's
people
very-
if I would have just had this one embrace of love in my life. Because evidently his brother had been up until that point shitting on him, and his brother's like, "You gotta understand, I always loved you, man. I know I've been treating you like shit lately, but I've always loved you." And I'm like, why didn't you do this yesterday? God damn it!
It's a very humanizing of a monster kind of thing, because the way he cries, it seems like he regrets what he did.
And he was just waiting for one person in his
Yeah.
life to love him, and it drives me fucking crazy. Why didn't you do it? Like, there's no way you could have known. It's hindsight is 2020, but why the fuck didn't you give this fucking mass
I should-
murderer a hug?
I want to get real for a second and get weird. Like,
Do it. You got 2 more minutes in this
fucking-
episode.
Fucking being ghosted and all that shit really made me fucking jaded for a while there. And I know you saw it. Like, I was getting fucking jaded.
Like what? I don't
Like
remember that.
hate I was developing actual misogyny. Like, I was just like, this is fucking bullshit. Women are bullshit, and nobody's ever gonna love me, and this is just gonna happen for the rest. They're either gonna cheat on me or they're gonna leave me. And then Jackie comes in, and like, all I needed was to feel that somebody just fucking accepted me for who I was and
I
wanted
think there
me.
were a few girls before Jackie.
Yeah, but yeah, Jackie did it in a way that I needed.
Oh, okay.
So, and it's
So
like that.
you can see how somebody's perception on life can become so jaded and then go on the downward spiral. And if it goes too deep,
Yeah.
maybe you can see how somebody could fucking snap.
Because if I kept getting stomped on and fucking cheated on and fucking ghosted, then like there was
You can see how the
eventually
mental
I'd just be
instability
like,
can
I'd
progress.
be like, fuck this, fuck
Yeah.
women. I'm gonna treat them all like shit. They're all whores anyway. Like that could have actually happened.
Yeah. So if only his Nicholas Cruz's brother
So it's just
maybe
like-
would have been there for
Yeah,
him
if
sooner.
If maybe someone had made him feel loved just a little bit more.
And if you think we're talking out of our ass, go watch this fucking video because Nicholas
it's-
Cruz like breaks down bawling when his brother hugs him.
Yeah, it's not like a sociopath thing like what's his face with the Aurora shooter.
The movie theater guy.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Because he's just like death staring in there.
Well, I think sometimes somebody is so mentally ill that there's nothing you could do.
Yeah.
But like Nicholas Cruz just seems like a kid who
he seems
got
troubled
shit on
instead
too
of,
much.
Yeah, he seems troubled instead of mentally ill.
Yeah, like there were ways to save him, which I think Elliot Rodger also was not crazy. He was very much troubled.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like Elliot, like all Elliot needed was just like a little bit of validation, and nobody was giving it to him.
And those are my favorite types of stories, or the seemingly normal guy who is not crazy, whose life pushes them forcefully into the direction of mental derision or insanity.
Oh, fuck.
And you're gonna drown. And they become so jaded and so
is,
antisocial and so misanthropic that they make the ultimate decision to do something horrible that a normal person cannot possibly imagine how somebody's life could fall apart so much that they would reach that point. How somebody's mental state could devolve into so much hatred of humanity. Those are my favorite types of stories to both write and to read. And I think, is this episode 6 or 7? I guess we'll check, because we might be done for the week, Burger.
6.
We burned a lot of bridges so far. Let's if this is only 6, let's see what we can do with the grand finale of everybody thinking we're a bunch of pretentious faggots who think that we know what true art is because we don't think that your review of My Little Pony is high art. How dare we, right, Burger?
I mean, My Little Pony is high art. I will say that.
Yeah, because you get high when you watch it, you know. Okay, that's enough.